Ain't nothing peculiar about the way that I was raised, and my heart is on the way.
Alright, so I had something come to my attention, and I thought I would speak about it, especially since I went straight to the source and just asked and found out, which was exactly what I thought. But so apparently Suzie Sloozy is a victim again, y'all. She strikes again. She's a victim. And remember I said that, after JP Diddy and Suzie Sloozy got married, some of my sources have been pretty quiet. Well, I had my one source reach out to me a couple days ago or so. Ooh, caught speeding through here. But they got in touch with me, and I hadn't talked to them in a while, and we got to talk about updates and stuff like that with JP Diddy and all, and said, well, wasn't really any that I know of going on at the moment. That JP Diddy and Suzie have been, kind of quiet since they got married, so really nothing, But we got to talking about Chris and Suzie, and they were saying that, that Suzie and Chris were together before Chris's accident. And they were pretty much insinuating that, like there was no ifs, ands, and buts on that because, they had the twins. So, but we also know too that with technology and all the things that we have now, even back then, we had Octomom and what was it, Kate plus 8 and stuff like that, So it is possible for someone to have kids in a situation like Chris was in. It might not be the conventional or whatever way, but it is possible. There's ways to do it. And so they were saying that, Chris and Suzie were together before Chris's accident. And I showed them pictures of Chris and Suzie on their wedding day, and Chris being in his wheelchair then. So we know that Chris and Suzie met after Chris's wreck. One, because they met because she was his physical therapist. And y'all remember the talk about how that wasn't professional. It's what is it thing, I forget what it's called. If you can help me out, put it in the comments. But that's like a big no-no, is to date clients, and especially within the medical field like that, so it was very unprofessional. And I think she even stepped down or transferred, I don't know, did something happened between there. Don't quote me on that, but I kind of remember something, but I'm not quite sure, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, so it was actually after Chris's accident that him and Suzie got together. So with that being said, Suzie knew the issues that Chris had. Suzie knew about the car accident. Suzie knew the kind of care and things that he would need. Suzie knew. She was his physical therapist. So it's not like, like she didn't know, or she didn't know what she was getting into or anything. She, supposedly fell in love with Chris, and hence why the disability or anything that was wrong with him or her or whatever did not matter. They loved each other. So with that, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not like Suzie and Chris got married and then later on the accident happened, and like she fell victim or something, like she was forced to I guess, take like caretaker role when that was what she was in the beginning, if I'm making any sense. So Suzie's still not a victim. I mean, either way you go in this situation, she is not the victim. Chris is the victim. Chris's family are the victims. Chris's children are the victims. Suzie is not. So once again, I had to go back and disprove, which is fine, because I don't mind disproving things, and I like the open conversations and stuff. But it's not like Suzie. It's not like they were high school sweethearts or anything, because they wasn't. I don't even think they knew each other. I don't even think they went to high school together. I could be wrong on that one too, but I don't think they went to high school or knew each other existed or anything until after Chris's wreck and after she was his physical therapist. So Suzie knew what she was getting into. Suzie knew that that she would be the primary caregiver. So once again, Suzie's not the victim. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday!